evening, Slotheads. I thought I'd do a kind of my mail call for the week. I never do these much anymore, but you can kind of overlook everything. I'm not opening a box because I don't do that. Everybody knows this. But I thought I'd at least share this stuff a little bit. Starting off, you guys seen the video earlier this week. We've got the Porsche 9 or GT3 RSR, mainly racing, number 18. And remember, I was telling you in my live the week before I made the mistake. So I can take this off the pedestal, but when I made the mistake, I had ordered this by accident. You know what? I kept it because I had the chance to take it off and didn't realize I did. So we got father and son team right there, right there. Now you can see the differences already just looking at the sides, the details, like the wheels. You can see the wheel detail. Um, I haven't noticed a whole lot of difference other than everything's a lot smaller in the print. Um, this one's got. Try to lay this one like this, so you can see where I'm pointing. So like this one's got the black coming around here where it doesn't on this one. Um, I'm not sure about any other differences really. Front ends kind of look the same, other than that black piece. I mean, that's really the only thing I see different on here. Um, look, I mean, they're the same car, same helmets, same everything. Um, there's no more sticker here. Last one says, I can't even read it. Sport Auto. This one, I can't read that at all. Looks like it's scratched a little bit, but I didn't do it, so I think it's a Sport Auto also. Um, yeah, guys, there's not really much difference other than I can see a lot better on this car than I can the other one. I haven't ran this one yet. You guys seen the video on this, but I never ran this one. It's digital. I'm sure it runs the same as this one, except it's a 132 instead of a 124. Um, so, yeah, I still buy my occasional careers. I bought this just in case I ever get into a 124 race, if I get into racing. I've been working a lot with Dale Rogers on tuning and stuff, and he's talking about some places to go, and it's just a matter of meeting up time. Will I be a professional racer? Hell no. Most of the places are too far away. I have to set up a nice schedule to do all that. So, you know, I'll never be a legendary racer. But I also got my GrowX Speedway race stickers in this week. He sent his off immediately. Mine are still in an envelope right here. I got to send off tomorrow before I go into work. So they will be in the mail. I've already got them up on the wall behind me. I'm back in the office. This week was kind of rough. I had basement flooded twice in that side. It doesn't flood the whole basement; it just floods that side. It used to be a garage at one time, and whoever converted it didn't do it right. So there's no sump pump or anything like that to take the water away from things. So it just kind of that's how it ends up. So it gets water in there. I do have a pump to pump it out. I have to pump it out through the fireplace because it's a garage, so the floor is still angled. So all the water goes right up there in front of the fireplace. Uh, the first rain we got was Wednesday last week, and it filled the whole room. Matter of fact, my dog beds had to be picked up. I had to rewash them. Um, and that's why I keep everything in plastic totes under my table so nothing gets wet there. But I did lose some wood and stuff like that I didn't have picked up, and I was trying to get it all picked up before it happened, but it didn't happen. So, and I honestly didn't think it'd go all the way across the whole room. Now I was gone yesterday. I went up to my mom's, and I guess when I left, it was raining really hard here. I guess it rained till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I left at like somewhere around 8:30. Anyway, to head up there. It's a 4-hour trip. Drove up there, spent 4 hours with her, and 4 hours back. So got back in right before 11 last night. But it's a fun trip. I hadn't seen my mom up there, and man, it's been some time. Um, and the running joke is I'll see her in another 10 years, but that's how it goes, guys. I also had ordered some new Scale Electric, as Shane would say, uh, slot invasion guides. Thank you, Oscar. I got 4 of those, and he sent me a little gift, a free gift of the 2 of the blue slot invasion guides. But I already put one on. I forget which one I put it on. It's on this one. So if I can get the camera to go right, see that little bit of blue in there? Yeah, that's where that gauge is. This one I haven't taken off the thing, so it doesn't have one in it yet. So it's still got the regular black Carrera. And it's funny. I was wanting to do this video this weekend anyway. I knew I didn't have time for a live because I didn't have nothing. I wasn't doing anything other than going up there. So I kind of just decided to do this mail call. But earlier in the day, I was like, I could put these 2 cars up there, do a little bit with what I'm talking about over here, which we'll get to. But anyway, so I've been watching a couple of videos of everybody's here. When I got up this afternoon, caught a couple lives, missed a couple of lives. One of them was Home World Racing. It just came out a little while ago, matter of fact. And he was, if you guys seen it, he was unboxing some Carrera cars. Now, what he was saying, and you'll have to go watch the video. If you haven't seen it, you need to go over and see it. Uh, Otherwise, you're gonna get spoils here. But it's not really what I call bad spoils. You know what I mean? Anyway, he was talking about buying Carrera cars. These are still the most affordable cars you can get out there, and we, as he said, we often forget that there's nothing wrong with having these cars at all. Matter of fact, I've got more Carrera cars than I do anything else in my heat over there. I did get into the higher class cars because I wanted to test all brands, and there's some I liked, so I've bought more since then. But when it really comes down to it, if my family came over here, I wouldn't be racing my high end NSR. I'd probably be racing my Carreras because anybody who comes over here, they're not a slot car person. So I certainly don't want to damage up $100 car versus a $50 car. This is it's about 80 now, but for the 124s, maybe a little less. I think it was 70. It's 79.99, so it's a little over $80. This is like right around $60. It used to be 50. Then on the cars he was showing, they're around the $50 mark. With the basically the only thing they don't have is digital chips, and he doesn't need digital because he's running on a wood track. Uh, it was a great video, but I like the cars he got. I bought a few this year already. I actually haven't shown them, but maybe 1 or 2 of them. But I do buy Carrera cars on a regular basis. I'm trying to get into buying some anti-collision chips for all my lane changes and stuff like that. Because I do typically run ghost cars around the track, and I have a good time with it. And sometimes I even do it to show you a video of the cars going around. But when you don't have those chips in place, if they hit at the same time over a cross point like a double cross track, they're going to collide. Uh, Now sometimes you'll get lucky. One will slide in front of the other, and it'll still work out. And then you got others where one of those cars, if not both, are getting knocked out of their slots. So, but these cars could take a lot more damage. Yeah, can they get scratched just like any other car? Yes, but these are heavier, but they're more solid. Uh, I could. It'd be harder for me to break this car if I just had the shell. It'd be harder for me to break this car with my hand than if I picked this up. This would take nothing at all. It's lighter, it's thinner, it's meant for racing. Um, Even though I don't race, I do run them on my career track, and they're fun. So, same thing with this a Thunder Slot. We'll get to this one here in a minute. It has a story behind it. Um, and yeah, I just got it this week. So, uh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with career. As a matter of fact, I'd more likely buy careers on a regular basis because, like I'll say the same thing he said. You grab out of the box, you put them on the track. Now, everybody knows career tires suck. They do. But you can do a couple things. You can change out the tires, you know, uh, or uh, quick slicks or super uh, quicks. Yeah, super tire quicks. You can also get polyurethane and maybe even NSR rubber. I'm not sure about that, but I didn't look that up. There's something for everybody to look up. There'll be a test on this next week. So, and I usually switch the guide because I'm a big fan of the slot invasion guides. When I wreck this is the sticker I got with my slot invasion stuff, I put it on my computer here. I don't put much on my computer, but I believe in the product, so I'll have never have any problem advertising. You guys know about my truck, so and then my racetrack starting area is all slot invasion. So I obviously believe in the product, and Oscar's great. He really will help you out. Like with the 3A3Ds, you're getting the slot invasion guys with those. I mean, he's providing that stuff, so you definitely want to try those out. Use them. So yeah, I got this from Slot Invasion, and then this over here is something different. These are super tires, and they are the silicone. I've got 3 sets here. One for my sideways skyline. I have two, but I have 1 set. One for a set of Thunder Slot. I haven't put them on yet. So I got one for my C8 Corvette, which is, as you guys know, I'm tuning it as I go. So I didn't film this part. These are the NSR tires in this package. I have already placed them on my car. So here's the video of me putting the slicks on my Corvette. Still got a long ways to go with this car, guys. I'm still coming up with a color theme for it, and a few other things. So we'll get there. We'll get there. And then, along with it, he sent me this car. Now, he told me when he sent it to me, you know, well, this is what I heard. Let's put it that way. We're at arguments over this. I was supposed to reverse engineer this. This is a Thunder Slot Elba. Like, you guys haven't heard of this before. Marty's got one. Matter of fact, Daryl gave him one. Well, Daryl's obviously got a couple of these, but anyway, uh, he sent this to me reverse engineer onto one of my cars, and I was like, okay. Well, I was talking to him, and I said, no, he says, I ran it yet. Well, see, that's exactly why I hadn't run it yet, because I was afraid of dropping it, scratching it, this, that, and the other. And I said something to him. I was like, no, I don't want to run it because I don't want to damage it. I don't like borrowing things from people, um, which I'll get to it real quick. He's got his driver. He tells me all the time. The driver's facing sideways because he's watching the other cars pass him by when he's on the track. It's funny. But anyway, so he goes, "No, that car's yours." And I was like, "Well, you said this was a blah 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 blah." We went through the argument, and basically, this car's mine indefinitely. Uh, we just that's the term we came up with. So a big shout out to Daryl Rogers. This is a nice gift, um, and I've ran it since then, and it's a smooth car. Uh, it's also been tuned. So um, I'm not exactly sure where everything's set. I have not gotten to the part where I take this thing apart and start reverse engineering it yet. So I know, I got the tires. They were from him anyway, so I got the slicks on here, uh, which he sent with the bag. So the car originally came with I want to say it was the Thunder Slot tires, but I'm not sure about that. The baby endure things. Nope, I'm not sure. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, wrong car. This one's already got the slicks on it because the other one was, yeah, never mind. See what happens? This was an impromptu. So this car runs great. And yeah, I see why Marty likes it too. It's got to be the thinnest car, I swear. Look at my thumb. Now, I'm a big guy, but my thumb is wider than this car is from top to bottom. That's got to tell you something. This is the thinnest car I've ever seen out of all slot cars that I have or have seen anywhere else. This has got to be the thinnest looking car, and it hugs the corners. It really does. Now, don't get me wrong. You can whip it out there because it does like to slide around those corners pretty good, but it's controllable. So I've learned a lot. Daryl's helped me with the Corvette on training me on how to do that. And, I've talked to you guys about that before. This one's got the tape across it. I don't, it's a personal opinion. I'm not a big tape fan. I don't feel like, I feel like it should have came with the tape if it was meant to be on the car, but, um, 'cause I feel like sometimes you're band-aiding stuff to hide the actual problems with the car. Yeah, if the car chatters a little bit, and that's what everybody says they put the tape on there for, well, then it was meant to chatter. Because if they wanted to stop that chatter, they would have made the car a little different to make the chatter go away. That's my personal opinion. Same thing with weights. Uh, I guess I'll bring that up real quick. So let's go back to this real quick. I said these cars are heavy, but how many times have people put these weights in these light cars, which would probably come pretty equal to one of these? I don't have a scale, so I can't tell you. But you're waiting the car around trying to make it set up the way you want it to go around cornering and everything else. Well, then next thing you know, you got a car that's heavier than the actual Carrera car, so you could have started with a Carrera car, right? I know people are going to argue with me on this one, but I just had to do it. I have opinions too, damn it. Yeah. So these super tires, I'll be checking these out. I haven't ran the vet with them on yet because my track's kind of dirty, being the flood and everything else. I haven't had time to wipe it down. I've been too busy cleaning up water. But it's getting dry in there now. Thank God nothing was on the ground that was uh, not replaceable. My slot cars. I did bring some of my cars in here because the moisture in the air. I've got the humidifier running in there right now because I can seriously mess up your electronics if you have water on them all the time. Luckily, I keep all my cars in cases, but those that I don't, if they're not in a glass case or something like that, I brought them in this room. Like this car's in this room, this car's in this room. All my 124 builds are in this room. Um, yeah, anything like that. My trains are in this room right now because they're electronic. Um, just because I don't want the humidity or moisture to get into my cars and start doing things to them. They don't like rust or something like that. I don't need that crap in my cars because then I got to buy another motor, right? But what I am doing, I'm recording all this from my TinyBot 2 from my PC. That's what this red cord's going to. It's a long one to go out here so I can set it over the top. I'm trying this out. I'm going to try and move it into an editing format after this. And if you guys see this video, it worked. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. So, guys, this is all I had for you today. I just wanted to share a little bit of things that are going on around here. And I want you all to have a great week. And I will see you again soon. Later. Oh, by the way, both of these are the same color. Both of the same car. Why can't it be both, right? Bye.
So you know what, with that cheeky laugh behind it, it actually does work. You sick fucker, Eric. I love it, mate. I love it.